The game is on. It's game 7. It's all about the moment, Brick.
And now creates a 2-on-1 the other way. Another chance. Rebound. Score!
Lucic charges down the left wing. Throws it right in front. Horton scores! 10:42 to go.
Great team back to Bergeron. Bergeron with a high shot and score! Bruins have scored to tie the game! Can you believe this?
Bergeron to Bergeron. The drive, save, rebound, is loose. Sagan kicks it loose.
Headed to himself off the boards. Back into the corner for Nyes. Nyes back in the net for Tavares. Tavares coming out. Sends it in a goal. They score! They score! Holy mackerel, they score! The Leafs have won it! They're going to the second round! Do you believe this? Holy mackerel!
For the fourth time in 11 years, the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Boston Bruins will meet each other in the Stanley Cup playoffs, the Eastern quarterfinals, Game 1 of our Stanley Cup playoff coverage. Welcome in, everyone. I'm Max, and it is another series against the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Boston Bruins. Let's go over the history between these two teams. They have met each other for 17 times since 1933.
Oh my gosh. Wait, since 1933?
Since 1933, they've met each other 17 times in the playoffs. The Bruins have won their last 6 playoff rounds against the Leafs, dating back to 1969. The Leafs won the Cup in 1967. That gives you a grand scheme of things. The Leafs have not been able to beat these Boston Bruins, and especially recently in the 11 years that it happened. 2013, the Toronto Maple Leafs had a 4-1 lead in Game 7, and they lost 5-4 in overtime. The Bruins came back and won that. They went to the Stanley Cup Final, where they got beaten by the Chicago Blackhawks in 6. But in 2018, the Bruins also did a Game 7 at TD Garden. At 7 games, they beat the Leafs. A year later, they do the exact same thing. They beat the Leafs in 7. And the previous couple of times, the Bruins swept the Leafs twice out of 3 years, dating back to 1969 all the way to 1974. And the Leafs have not been able to beat the Bruins since 1959 of the semifinals, where the Maple Leafs won in 7 games. So that gives you a grand scheme of things in this rivalry here. I'm joined by my co-commentator.
Hi, I'm Stan Blank. I'm the co-commentator for the first part of this game, maybe the whole thing. What are Bruins? Like, I know that's the team, but is that a thing or is that just a name?
I think it's just a name.
Okay, because I know that Leafs are.
The Maple Leafs. Yeah.
We're talking about like how the Bruins beat the Maple Leafs and then immediately got pounded in by the Blackhawks, and I imagined a hockey team full of actual Blackhawks.
It was back in the Stanley Cup final. It was the first round. It was a first round series against the Leafs in 2013 where they blew it. So the Boston Bruins all the way went to the final, but they lost in the final to the Blackhawks.
Yeah, because my brain has just been completely rewired to see like animals, like anthropomorphic animals, in like puppet animals or something.
Mm.
So I'm
Yeah.
just imagining like I don't know, Muppet hockey or something. I'd watch a Muppet hockey game.
Oh. Well, let's go over the stats. In the season series, in the regular season, the Bruins went 4-0 against the Leafs. They beat them all 4 times they met in the regular season. Let's look over all these stats. In the regular season, the Toronto Maple Leafs on the power play had a 23.9%, 7th in the NHL. Boston Bruins, 14th in the NHL with a 22.2%. A penalty kill, Toronto has a worse one. They're 23rd in the NHL with a 76.9%. Boston with a 82.5%, 7th ranked in the league. Faceoffs favoring Toronto, 53.4%, 4th in the NHL. 49.5%, 21st in the NHL for the Boston Bruins in the faceoff dot. Kind of the reason is Patrice Bergeron retiring last year after the 2022-23 upset where the Florida Panthers beat the Bruins in 7 games in the first round. They were the best team ever to exist in the NHL in wins, and they get upset in the first round. Last year, though, the Maple Leafs hadn't been able to escape the first round. They finally advanced to the second round for the first time since 2004.
My God.
We are 6 minutes and 20 seconds, less now, in Boston. We are close to puck drop here in Boston. Let's go over the stats, make it quick. Goals for favoring Toronto, 3.63, second in the NHL. Boston at 3.21, 13th in the NHL. Goals against, 3.18, 21st in the NHL. Boston, 2.70, 5th in the NHL. As the players are coming onto the ice right now, and
like from what you've been saying about this backstory, I would say that the Leafs are definitely the underdogs of this story.
and
just hope that they don't get blown away again.
This is a best-of-7 series. So either of these teams need to win 4 games as we're here at TD Garden, Boston. And we are looking forward to this puck drop here in Boston. There's some injury reports that we have to mention here. That he lost my train of thought right there. William Nylander for the Maple Leafs, one of their best players. They re-signed him in the regular season, is out tonight with an injury. That's the first time he has been out for injury since November 27th of 2016.
Wow.
And he misses a game here. TJ Brody is also out for the Leafs. And there's also someone that was also out as well. I believe it was McCann. McCann, I believe, was out of this game.
It's been 8 years since that guy got hurt.
Nylander is out of this game. Austin Matthews with 69 goals this season in the NHL. The most since 1995-96, since Mario Lemieux. And he's one of the legends of the NHL. And that was a very long time ago.
Was that like the 80s?
No, in the 90s. 95-96.
Ah.
Let's listen in for the anthem. Let's listen in for the anthem here at TD Garden. Game 1 in Boston. Oh, that was such a nice anthem. That was really nice. Really, really nice. But we are getting ready here in Boston.
All right.
As the Maple Leafs looking to take a 1-0 series lead, or the Bruins here at home, they got home ice advantage, looking to make the fans happy. As your starting goaltenders, Elias Samsonov, 23-7-8, 3.13 goals against average, and a save percentage of a .890. Jeremy Swayman is a net, not Linus Olmark. He has a save percentage of a .916 this season against the Toronto Maple Leafs, a 3-0-0 record, and a .959 save percentage, as the puck is close to being dropped here in Boston.
Ow.
Taking a little bit. It has a little bit of delay.
Yeah.
The Stanley Cup playoffs about to start. They're still doing something. There's some movement outside the circle as Brad Marchand and Max Domi. Max Domi was a Dallas Star. He's been in multiple teams. I believe he was in Carolina before he went to Dallas. And the puck has dropped. The Stanley Cup playoffs.
Let's go, 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 go.
Here come the Maple Leafs. They send it in from center into the corner in the Boston zone. Retrieved here by Marchand. Taken away now by the Brust. Turnover to Matthews. Kept in the zone. They say Bertuzzi trying to rush for it. A nice hit there. Oh, my goodness. An icing.
Ooh, how far did it go?
24 seconds into this hockey game, and we already got some tough stuff here. There is a brewing rivalry between these two. They have met each other for the four times in 11 years. So there has to be some rivalry happening.
Oh, definitely.
Definitely. 24 seconds in, a very high anticipated series. As off the face-off, Marner looks to center it into the front, and a save by Swayman. And it's cleared out of the zone by the Bruins. And Liljegren moves it up. Or Lyubushkin. Shot by Nyes and a save by Swayman. 2 shots already for the Maple Leafs early on. Turnover. Boston looks scared here. They have not played a game in the playoffs since Game 7 of last year's playoffs against Florida, where Florida upset them in overtime. Boston trying to look for their first shot a minute in. Here comes DeBrusk. Dropped. Pasternak! And it went wide of the net. Ooh. Now taken away by the Leafs. They're getting a change, but moving up is Holmberg. Holmberg. Shot was whiffed on. Now back at the point, Benoit. Robertson. Centered shot, and it went off the glove of Swayman. To the front, trying to center it. And he sends it to the right circle. A shot through traffic. Rebound, and another save by Swayman with the pad. What a save by Swayman early on. And the shots are 4-0 favoring the Leafs early on. We're not even 2 minutes into this first period.
Wow. This is already pretty intense.
Boston gets it from the blue line. And it's sent deep into the Toronto zone. Samsonov out to play it. Played it to his nearest defenseman. And no icing. They say it was deflected on the way there, so Boston has to retreat it. Now they're trying to move it up, trying to get through the defense. Boquist. And he could not. And it was cleared out of the zone. Reeves will flip it, cross ice, as it's sent in nicely by the Leafs. To the corner. Trying to fight for it. Comes free for the Bruins, but it's been really physical early on. A 2-on-1 for the Bruins moving in. Sends it across, and they score!
Yes!
One nothing Boston. Beecher with the goal. So, how is the energy here early on, Stan? How is the energy here right now? A 2-on-1. Beecher on glove side, less than 3 minutes in. The great pass across on the 2-on-1 and a 1-0 lead for the Bruins. So it's a 1-0 lead for Boston. And it's sent deep into the Toronto zone. Now they're trying to respond here. Bertuzzi, a stretch pass, is offside if he touches it, and he does. 17-13 left to go here, and we already have a 1-0 lead here. Stan? Just off the post and in, and it's a 1-0 lead early on. Oh my, that was kind of a, he didn't get enough of it, but Samsonov couldn't get it with the glove. The first shot on goal for the Bruins is a goal. It's a 1-0 lead here in Boston. First goal in the playoffs since Pasternak's in Game 7 to make it 3-2. They lost that game 4-3 in overtime to the Panthers. Shots are 4-1 favoring Toronto. They're back in again. Geeky waits, looking for some help now. Oh no, Coyle's shot was blocked. Coyle in the corner. Coyle, DeBrusque couldn't get it. Bertuzzi clears it to center. Marchand, nice weaving there, but stolen away by Domi. Benoit will look to move it up. Beecher's first of the playoffs. It's the first of this series, and it's a 1-0 lead for the Bruins. Through center, cross ice was deflected, so it couldn't get there. Pasternak sends it deep into the corner. In the corner now, it is taken away by Marner. Tavares trying to move it up now. John Tavares getting back check there. Tavares trying to get that pass across. Couldn't connect. It's behind the net now of Swayman. Pasternak clears it. At center, it's taken away and sent deep. DeBrusque to the puck first. Trying to move it on. A partial change here for both of these teams. Geeky moves it in. Geeky. And it's taken away now by Liljegren. Not cleared. Lauko kept it in, trying to center it out in front behind the net. And now a save there by Samsonov. 15:37 to go in the first. 4-2 the shots favoring the Toronto Maple Leafs. A little bit of a scrum after that. Some pushing and shoving. Lyubushkin and Lauko and Frederick. So, thoughts on the game right now?
Oh.
1-0 Boston.
No, not really. I'm kind of tired tonight. But I really do enjoy listening to you talk about this game. It is actually quite interesting. I'm not really that big of a hockey guy, but listening to you talk about it, I can tell how much passion you have for it, and you make it sound exciting.
Off the face-off now, Toronto. Lost it. Boquist trying to get the puck. It's cleared out of the zone by Toronto out of their zone. Boquist will send it in deep into the corner. So 1-0 Boston. Less than 5 minutes in here in TD Garden. Turned right back over to McCabe for the Leafs. Leafs turn it over at center was McCabe. Trying to move it in as Boston poked to the behind the net. Fighting for it behind the net now. McCabe takes it away. Leafs trying to move it up. They're getting pressured, though, and a turnover. Marchand, the intercepted pass, and it's cleared out to the zone. Not long enough. Marchand will just send it back to center.
Oh, my gosh.
Coyle is battling for it at the point. It is cleared out of the zone off a skate. Sent in from center ice. Less than 6 minutes in. A penalty upcoming on Toronto and a power play for Boston. Oh, if this was not the start that Toronto needed right now, this is probably one of the worst starts you could have in this game, as now you've taken a penalty and the Boston Bruins can go up 2-0 here on this power play.
Oh my gosh, Toronto. This is
high sticking here. Go ahead, my apologies.
I'm almost thinking this is like the setup for a movie comeback. Like if this was a fictional movie.
I mean, in 2013, when Toronto was leading 4-1 with like 10 minutes to go in the period, you could say that Boston coming back in that one was a movie-like ending.
Yeah.
They
Who
won.
knows? You never know what to expect.
That's hockey for you. Boston's
Yeah.
2 for the last 23 power plays as off the face-off. The shot deflected wide. Pasternak sends it back to the point now. Pasternak wakes again. Pasternak waits, looks, shoots, saved by Samsonov.
Ooh.
15 seconds into the power play, and Boston has looked great here. On their first shot, they got a goal because it was an odd man rush. It was a 2-on-1, and Beecher got that goal, and it's 1-0 Boston. They could try to make it 2-0 on this power play. The penalty kill of the Leafs has been quite terrible, and the power play for Boston is kind of mid. Shattenkirk shoots it. It was blocked out in front. McCabe to the corner, and it is carried away near the boards and slapped out of the zone. Heinen, Maroon, Zacha, Pasternak, and Shattenkirk on the ice on this power play until they get the second power play unit on there. 6 minutes have passed here in Boston, and a 1-0 lead. Pasternak moves it up. Here comes Zacha, and they send it deep into the corner where Morgan Riley trying to clear it. He does. Pasternak has 1 power play goal in the last 34 games, and that was against the Leafs.
Wow.
So it's been a while for Pasternak. 55 seconds to go on the power play. Looked like a trip there. They don't call it. Some fans wanted to call. Geeky rims it around now. That's the second power play unit on there. Marchand, DeBrusque, Coyle, Geeky, and McAvoy. 40 seconds to go. The drop pass at center. Geeky has the puck. Dropped it back to the point now for McAvoy, who sends it across to Marchand. The shot was blocked. It's sent across again for Geeky. Geeky waits. He sends it across. Marchand in front. Oh, what a save. It went off the post, I believe. He might have gotten a piece of it, Samsonov, but I believe that caught most of the iron.
Wow.
10 seconds to go on the power play. This looks like it's going to be 0 for 1 on the power play on Boston, but they still have a 1-0 lead, but they have looked great from the starting line.
That's so funny that I mentioned like the Maple Leafs, like not like them being the underdogs. They might still be the underdog, but it seems like Boston's killing it.
Domi in the corner, looking try to center it. Toronto trying to get an answer. Shot! It went wide of the net. Might have gotten blocked out in front, and Frederick trying to clear it, and he does. Boston moves it up on the rush. From the blue line, he shoots! Blockered away. Bertuzzi trying to drop pass it. I mean, Toronto has looked a little scared here in the early going. At first, they started off good, and then after that goal by Boston, they look a little bit scared.
Yeah, I can tell.
Pasternak moves it up for the Bruins. A nice move trying to get through 2, and he could not, and Marner takes it away, now behind the net. Sent in on goal. Swayman looking to cover, and he does. 11:28 to go here in the first. Shots are 5-4 favoring the Leafs. Excuse me, 6-4. They just changed it right when I was saying that.
Oh, perfect.
6-4, the shots favoring the Maple Leafs. Game 1 of the Eastern Quarter Finals. Here joined by Stan. And a 1-0 lead for Boston.
All right.
Marchand's on the ice. Pasternak out there as well. The second line out there for the Bruins. Zacha is out there as well, trying to take the face-off against Tavares for the Leafs. Failed face-off, so they're going to kick out. They're going to kick him out. Kick one of the Bruins. Pasternak was going to take it. No, they get Zacha back into the face-off circle. Off the face-off. Marchand trying to clear it, could not. Marner to Tavares. He shoots. Deflected and out of play.
These goalies are good at their jobs.
11:22 to go. Coyle gets robbed and off the post. Could have made it 2-0 on the power play, but it's still a 1-0 lead for the Boston Bruins. We'll be back with more after this. We are back in Boston, a 1-0 lead for the Maple Leafs. As right now, it is looking really good now for these Maple Leafs.
Oh, it looks like the Leafs are going to turn their luck around and maybe they'll even get on the board.
Maybe. We'll see. Or Boston will continue that momentum. But if you're a Maple Leafs fan or a Maple Leafs player right now on the ice, you got to think all the times that Boston has won in Game 7 against your team. You got to apply that to this rivalry. A hit near the boards, near the Boston bench. You got to use that mentality to try to get a game.
Let it flow through you.
Matthews' pass couldn't connect on the stick of Bertuzzi. A nice hit there. Oh, my goodness, he laid him out. Domi, centering pass to Matthews, who was blocked out in front in the slot. Marchand, a 3-on-2 the other way. Here comes DeBrusk. He'll send it in deep instead.
Oh, my goodness.
Not kept in at the point. It's cleared out of the zone, and Grzelcyk will send it to McAvoy. McAvoy waits as a change here for the Bruins. They're looking to get a new unit on there. Off the stick, Geeky. Send it out in front, and it was deflected wide. Kept in by Boston. They'll send it deep into the corner. Geeky fighting for it along the wall, trying to poke at it, trying to get the puck for Boston. It's still loose. Nick Robertson battling for it. It was not kept in as the pass couldn't connect for Grzelcyk. At center is Boston. They'll send it in to the corner. Lauko, a nice hit on one of the Maple Leafs. Turnover, Frederick looking to do something. He's got his stick tied up there. We've approached the halfway point of the first period. Lauko looking for the puck. Lauko behind the net trying to center it. Off of bodies. It's back into the corner again. A takedown in the corner. One of the Leafs and one of the Bruins went down. They got up real quickly. Turnover at the blue line. Can Boston do something here? They send it across. It was kept in. The shot from the point was blocked by Nick Robertson. Robertson couldn't clear it. The brother of Jason Robertson, who was on the Dallas Stars. And he's playing for the Maple Leafs. A nice hit in the corner. It's really physical here in Boston. Oh, my goodness. Maroon just laid out one of the Maple Leafs. Holy moly.
It's going on.
And the crowd loves that here in TD Garden. The hits are 15-13 already, and we don't even have a first period done yet.
Are they like literally beating each other up?
They're just laying good hits.
Wow.
Off the boards, off the stanchion, and it's fought for in the Toronto zone as Boston has had more of the possession here. As Jim Montgomery said in his pre-game interview that he wants his team to have possession in this game, and so far they've had it. Marner will send it deep from center. In the corner now, it is fought for, and DeBrusk will fish it free. But back into the pile, it is turned over to Marner for the Maple Leafs, trying to get something on the board. He lost it at the point, and they'll clear it down the length of the ice. Not hard enough for icing, as Liljegren has the puck now for the Maple Leafs. They'll get a change. Edmondson looking for someone up ice. And it was turned over at center, went off a skate, turned over. Kampf couldn't control the puck as Liljegren gets laid out and into the Boston bench. Holy moly, what a hit.
Oh, wow.
Trying to stay on side. The crowd loves it here at TD Garden. The stretch pass couldn't connect. Another hit. The crowd loving it. Turnover. It was blocked out in front. Reeves with a slot chance.
We're going nuts out here.
Boston fans standing as they want the Bruins to win that puck battle in the corner. Matthews got tripped up, I believe, but no call. This isn't the playoffs. Matthews, a wraparound and a save by Swayman.
Ooh, good one.
7:39 to go in the first, and a little bit of a conversation between both of the teams as Maroon literally laid out someone into the bench. Liljegren, he laid him into the Boston bench, and Maroon has done it again.
These teams must really hate each other right now.
A 1-0 lead. Will be back.
Well, welcome back to the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs on Max Hockett 19 Sports.
We're back in Boston. A 1-0 lead for the Bruins. That says Maple Leafs. My apologies. That graphic said Maple Leafs have the lead. They do not.
So the Bruins are still the only ones with a point. We have not changed the score yet ever since like the beginning of the game.
Mm-hmm. 1-0 lead for Boston. Off the face-off. It is now taken away. It's sent deep into the Toronto zone. 7:30 left to go in the first period. Turned over here to Coyle in the corner. Matthews lays him out in the corner. And it is turned over to the Leafs again. They're trying to clear it out their zone. Bertuzzi. Benoit will rim it around. It is kept in by the Bruins off a turnover. The shot and a save by Samsonov. With a 7:11 left to go in the first. You will never see 7-Eleven on the scoreboard. Not sponsored by 7-Eleven.
Don't worry, but you can get a 7-Eleven Slurpee that you can drink while watching this game.
That is true, but we are not sponsored by 7-Eleven.
Yeah, we're not. I don't even like slushy drinks that much.
Me neither. I don't really like slushy drinks overall. 6-5, the shots favoring Toronto, but they are down 1-0 here in the first period. Off the face-off, it is won here by Boston. Pasternak rims it around as he has it in the corner. Liljegren trying to get the puck. Zacha in the corner again. They're all fighting for it in the corner. There's been a bunch of puck battles in the corners in the zones. Liljegren trying to fish it free. Tavares will try to clear it. He could not. And now a second attempt will clear it out of the zone. Oh, it almost looked like it was kept in, but barely by an inch it was not. And the Leafs will try to move it up. 6:40 left to go. Stretch pass couldn't connect. And an icing. 6:37 left to go in the first. A little bit of the energy has calmed down a little bit here at TD Garden.
Yeah.
But you can
Doesn't
tell
seem
this.
to be as intense as it was.
But the rivalry has shown itself in the first 14 minutes of this first period. And since 2019, these two teams haven't met in the playoffs, and they certainly have reacquainted themselves. I don't know how to say words today, apparently.
You're doing a good job. You're doing a good job.
6:37 left to go. Oh my God, Robertson was getting a little bit some of the business by Frederick. And off the face-off, Robertson's getting a little bit tangled up. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a fight in this first period, but it certainly looked like that intensity so far. Morgan Riley keeps it in. Toronto hasn't had much of the possession here. Hits are 19-18. Crowd is loving it here at TD Garden. The shot went wide of the net. And it's cleared out of the zone.
You think there's going to be a fight like the fight mechanic in the Nintendo game Blades of Steel?
Maybe. Here
you
it comes.
Ever played that?
I've never played that, but I mean, if it's a fighting, there could be fights.
Oh, it's a hockey game. It's a hockey game.
Oh,
and
really?
You can, yeah, it's a hockey game, and there's a bit where you can just it turns into Street Fighter. You can just beat up another player in order to get the puck.
Shattenkirk moving one-on-one. Or Van Riemsdyk, my apologies.
used to play that
Marchand
game with
gets
my
an
dad all the
elbow
time.
there, or a shoulder there on one of the on McCabe. And there's going to be icing on the Leafs. Please explain this game. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I cut you off there, but the action was still going here in Boston.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that makes sense. The action never stops in hockey, but yeah, that's kind of what this game is. So, in the Blade, it's a video game for the original Nintendo from the 80s, and you don't play as a single player, you play as a whole team. And the way that you go as one member, then you can just pass the puck, and then you become that member. You pass the puck across the field.
All right.
And the D-pad controls the movements of all the players.
DeBrusque shoots, and it was saved by Samsonov.
And then occasionally, you can, if you have the puck and you go against somebody else against the team, you automatically start punching each other. And if you don't immediately knock each other out, then it turns into Street Fighter briefly, and you get to beat each other up.
Oh, wow. That actually went off the crossbar. My apologies. A 1-0 lead for the Bruins with 5:33 to go. We'll be back with more after this little break.
Welcome back to the NHL Stanley Cup Playoffs on Max Hockett 19 Sports.
We're back in Boston. I'm here with Stan, and it is a 1-0 lead for the Bruins. 5:33 left to go in the first period. We'll have our first intermission report coming up after this first period comes to a close. Our first period of playoff hockey since 2023 on here. There has already been a game that happened earlier against Carolina and the New York Islanders series where the Carolina Hurricanes took the first game. Nice hit it there by Bertuzzi. And one of the Bruins was stumbling to get back up. Marchand beats the icing, but taken away now by McCabe. Coyle off a turnover. Coyle trying to send her out in front. It was off a skate. Turned over to McAvoy. McAvoy to Marchand. He shoots. He's saved by Samsonov.
These goalies are so good at blocking stuff. I was a goalie once and kickball in the school gym, and every time the ball came racing towards me, I just jumped right out of the way. I didn't want to get hurt. These guys have nerves of steel.
Yeah, they also have a lot of equipment too.
But
it must make it harder for the goalies because they have a mask that covers so they won't get hit with the puck. But it's kind of hard to look. Let's say the puck is behind the net, not in the net, but behind the net where the players have it. It could be a challenge to find that puck.
Yeah.
In the corners off the faceoff, Boston had won the faceoff. It's still in the Toronto zone. Less than 5 minutes left to go in the first period. And looked like a trip there, but no penalty. And now taken away by the Leafs. Kampf sends it in from center ice. Saved by Swayman as it went on goal, and he'll cover it. So an offensive faceoff. A little bit of pushing and shoving. A little bit of a takedown. There's a bunch of people getting together, and he takes down one of the Bruins. Peak. He took down Peak. We see a net cam view of it, and it just shows them all tangled up right now at the moment.
Oh, man. He has been knocked out.
That was Connor Dewar of the Maple Leafs who took out Andrew Peak. As after that, Swayman had covered the puck for a face-off. Yeah, just a little bit of pushing and shoving by Peak, and then Dewar had enough of it, and he pushed him into the net. He sent him into the net, and his knee hit the camera inside the net.
Oh my God, he knocked out the camera.
No, the camera's fine. We have the status on the camera. It's still fine. But he did when he fell, his knee hit the camera a little bit there. 7-6 shots favoring Toronto as an offensive faceoff. Toronto needs to improve in the possession of the puck. They do not have any possession right now. It's off the faceoff Riley. Morgan Riley at the point. Lost
Toronto.
The puck, and there's a penalty, actually, on Toronto. And a little bit of pushing and shoving by Bertuzzi. They split it up, the referees and the linesmen. And Bertuzzi's going to go to the box. I believe a high sticking and another power play for the Bruins.
Another Toronto penalty. My gosh.
So Bertuzzi to the box.
Imagine if they just got a big old goose egg for this game because they haven't made any scores. I mean, we still got 3. We still got 2 more after this, I think. Mm-hmm. But
this first period has been a really entertaining one. Swayman pushed Bertuzzi, and then Lindholm whacked at his stick, whacked at his ankle area, and then Bertuzzi had enough of it, and he gets called for a high sticking, and then that's what the referees call. But a little bit of whacking by the Bruins, and they don't call that. So the Bruins to their second power play as Pasternak's out there. A really good power play. Goal merchant, you could say, kept in by Geekie. He sends it across for Pasternak, and a save and out of play with 4:23 to go. In the circle, he blasted that thing.
Is Pasternak like the mascot for the Brewers?
No, he's one of the players. He's one of the best player, or one of the players that right now that are one of the best. He's a good goal scorer.
Yeah, I was thinking because he has done so much work, he might as well be the mascot for the team.
Off the face-off, Shattenkirk to Pasternak. Pasternak waits. He looks. He mishandled the puck there for a second. He's trying to send it across. It's kept in by Geekie off a clearance. Attempts shot, and Pasternak sends it wide. Heinen in the corner, battling for it, and it comes free. Marner trying to go short-handed on the Bruins. He sends it in from center and a save. Marner trying to get to the puck again. Marner getting tangled up in the corner, and Shattenkirk will try to move it up. 40 seconds have passed here in the power play for Boston. Pasternak sends it across, and it was bouncing off of DeBrusk's stick, so they have to reset. DeBrusk getting pressured there, kept it at the point by Shattenkirk. 1:10 left to go on the power play. Heinen, save! Rebound looking. Pasternak sends it back to the point for Shattenkirk. Shattenkirk waits, looking for something. A minute left to go on the power play. Centered off the crossbar! Another post! Shattenkirk, Heinen, to Pasternak. That unit's been out there. Shot and a save by Samsonov. 48 seconds left to go in the power play. Zaka to Shattenkirk, and that pass couldn't connect. The posts that Boston has hit is 3-3. They have hit 3 posts in this game. Edmondson clears it out for Toronto with 30 seconds left to go in the power play for Boston. Second power play unit on there. Marchand, DeBrusque, or never mind, not DeBrusque, Coyle, Geekie, and McAvoy. Geekie moves it in to Coyle. He rims it around. 17 seconds left to go in the power play. It is cleared out of the zone. Maybe one last rush for the Bruins. Not looking likely here. Marchand, Coyle, Geekie, Lindholm, and McAvoy on the ice on this power play. And this is going to be 0 for 2 on the power play for the Bruins. They're back into the zone, though. Geekie will rim it around. Off a skate. Was not cleared by Liljegren. 2:25 left to go in this first. Matthews trying to stretch pass it. Intercepted. Here come the Bruins. They'll send it in. And it is on icing on the Leafs with 2:14 left to go in the first. 8-8. The shots are tied. And an offensive faceoff for the Bruins. Right now, Boston is playing a better game than the Leafs. Wouldn't you agree? Would you agree that they're playing a better game?
Yeah. I finally found out what a Bruin is, actually.
What is a Bruin?
It's a folk term for a brown bear.
In front, what a save, and a rebound, still jamming at it. It's still loose. Net mount scramble. They're trying to poke it home. And is the whistle gone? Yes, it has. With 2:01 left to go, and a great chance for the Bruins. And somehow, some way, that goal, or the puck never went across the goal line with 2:01 left to go in the first. Oh my goodness, that net mount scramble in front. Samsonov kept it a 1-goal lead for the Bruins.
That's pretty unbelievable.
Holy
My
moly,
God.
let's look at the replay. Off the faceoff was Grizzlick. And
No
the shot from
wonder.
the point. Or Beecher, my
wonder.
apologies. And it was just, they were just jamming at that puck. They're trying to whistle. And Carlo with the trying to send it across. It went off the skate. So if that was kicked in, that would have said no goal. Carlo on the rebound. Beecher and Carlo trying to get to it. Another saves by Samsonov. They might take a look at this on the replay. They might look at this at the Situation Room in Toronto, but I believe that puck never crossed the line. 10-8, the shots favoring Boston, and it's really heated here, and Samsonov has done great for the Leafs to keep the pucks out of the net after that first goal. DeBrusque. And it's taken away now by Tavares. 1:50 left to go in the first period. Tavares trying to get through the D. He does. Tavares in the corner. Tavares lost the puck. Marner has the puck in the corner now. Marner was trying to send it out in front and was turned over. Here comes Pasternak. Pasternak sends it from center and deep into the Toronto zone. McCabe looking for the puck. Pasternak couldn't get to it. 1:30 left to go. 90 seconds left to go in the first period. We'll have our first intermission report coming up after this first. McCabe. And now trying to move it up with Benoit. And now he will control it. 1:17 to go in the first. 1-0 Boston. Kampf mishandled it. Turned over at center. Here come the Bruins. And is poked away by Kampf. Here come the Leafs the other way. Edmondson's onside. And another hit there. 1 minute left to go. Reeves lays a hit there in the corner. 55 seconds to go. Turnover in the slot. Trying to get that puck. It was a bouncing puck. And Marchand moves it up. Geekie. And now Liljegren will take it away. Edmondson now in the corner. 45 seconds to go in the first period. Dewar was trying to get to the puck. He will go for a change instead. Kampf in the corner. 35 seconds to go in the first period. Nice hit by Reeves in the corner. It centered it out in front, and Bertuzzi got tripped up. A shot! And it went wide of the net. The Leafs with some chances. Riley deflected. It was blocked on the way there. And it is kept in again by Morgan Riley. Turnover. Bertuzzi sends it to the middle. Matthews denied by Swayman. With 17.2 seconds to go in the first, he is denied as Swayman's 9th save of the night. Denies Austin Matthews, who has had 69 goals this season. And a great save by the glove of Swayman. Matthews has probably had like 2 opportunities in this game, from what I counted.
Yeah.
17.2. Can the Leafs tie it up in the last 17 seconds, basically? Or will Boston leave this first period with a 1-0 lead? We'll see. Matthews off the faceoff. Marner waits. Marner looks. Marner shoots it. Deflected rebound. Matthews was denied by Swayman with 10.7 left to go. And a bit punchy now.
My gosh.
Domi wants to go at it. They're separated apart now. Domi wants someone, but the linesman is separating everyone right now. 10.7 to go in the first. McAvoy's going to go to the box. And Domi's going to go to the box. So I believe 4-on-4 hockey. We'll see what the calls are. Maybe another power play for the Bruins, maybe. We'll see. 10.7 left to go. Domi's in the box. And McAvoy. $10.7 left to go in the first.
10 seconds left?
Basically. If you want to round it up, it's 11, but...
Yeah.
I haven't commentated a game since, like, Thursday, and already my voice is getting, like... I need some water after this. 4-on-4 hockey. 7 seconds to go. Not cleared by Coyle. 3 seconds. Matthews shoots. Rebound. Oh, what a save at the buzzer.
Oh. Yeah. I definitely understand.
And there's a penalty. Hold up. There's a penalty. The period's not over. They're going to call a penalty, I believe. The end of the first. They're going to call someone here. So Matthews shots and then the Marner with the rebound. They're going to call for cross-checking on Lindholm on Marner. So I believe maybe the Maple Leafs will go on the power play or it stays 4-on-4. But either way, 1-0 Boston after 1 period of play here in TD Garden. We'll be back from this commercial and we'll resume with our intermission report. We'll be back. And welcome back, everyone. That was a crazy period. I needed to recover there for a second.
That was absolutely insane. Huge, very eventful period. Yeah, Max, he definitely needed some time to recover his voice.
It's Toronto versus Boston, and so far the only goal that came off that went to the back of the net was Johnny Beecher. So he got the first goal for the Bruins. At this rate, there has been multiple overtimes in the series past of this team, between these two teams actually. If we end up in an overtime, we're going to make a bet right now, Stan. If Toronto wins somehow,
how much? What would you like me to bet? Like money?
No, not money. If Toronto wins this game, or if it goes into overtime, okay, we'll just do that. If it goes into overtime, you have to release your episode of Calypso.
Well, that hasn't been made yet. I'm gonna release that no matter what. If you
could release it at any time, but that's the bet.
Oh,
and if it doesn't go into overtime, what else? You must make another. You must make another Plushalodian episode.
Well, I was hoping you would say that. I was hoping that the bet would be something like what's the condition that I'm forced to release the next Plushalodian episode?
Anytime.
If it's Boston that wins, or if it's...
Or no, if it goes into overtime and Boston wins, you have to release it. And then if it was overtime and the Maple Leafs win, that you released your Calypso episode.
Yeah.
So those are the bets, I guess.
I'm really hoping that the Maple Leafs win. I don't want to have to finish the freaking Plushalodian thing. I already have all the footage. It's all on the iPad. I'd have to transfer it over to my phone. I'd have to re-edit the whole thing from scratch.
Well, if this game doesn't even go into overtime at all, we don't have to worry about any of that. So, we don't have to worry about any of that.
Awesome.
So that's basically what's happened. Well, let's actually look at something here. Let's look at the scores. Oh, now you see my face? Let's load this thing up. It's going to be a power play for Toronto. I was right. So a power play for Toronto. Their first the power play will start at the beginning of the second period. We're 4 minutes away from that second period, by the way. 1-0 Boston early on, and this is the last game of tonight's playoff start. Carolina and the Islanders battled it out earlier. 3-1 Carolina over the Islanders. Kuznetsov on the power play goal, 1:35 in, a wrist shot on the power play. They made it 1-0. Kyle McLean, who was put in here as one of the players, Pajot, for the Islanders, was injured and could not make it, or could not play, or was not clear to play, had tied the game up at 8:20 into the first period. Then the third, Stefan Nason made it 2-1 Carolina, 33:44 into the third, a backhand shot. Then Martin Necas made it 3-1 on an empty net with 18:28 into the period, a snapshot. And these are the penalties, if you are curious. And the three stars of the game: Kuznetsov, Frederik Andersen, who made a lot of saves. He made 33 out of 34 saves, and he's the second star. He had a .971 save percentage in that game, and Shea, the defenseman, had two assists and 2 points.
It's nearly perfect. It's nearly a perfect score.
Kuznetsov had a goal, assist, and 2 points. So we're close to getting here into Boston. We'll take a short break, and then we'll be back with the game.
Welcome back to the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs on Max Hockett 19 Sports.
And we're back in Boston for period number 2 as a 1-0 lead for the Bruins entering the second period. There will be a power play for the Maple Leafs. It is a 4-on-3 power play, as there was a 4-on-4 before the Bruins took the penalty. Still 1-0 Boston. And a power play for the Leafs. They really need to score on this one, I feel like. They need to score.
Yeah.
A power play for Toronto. They got a full 2 minutes of it. Then 4-on-4 will probably expire before it. And Mitch Marner is out there with Matthews, Morgan, Riley as well. And the puck is dropped for period number 2, Stanley Cup playoffs. Marner moves it in a 4-on-3 power play with 1:40 left to go. Marner to Riley. Morgan Riley at the point. Tavares is out there as well. Matthews waits to Tavares in the perimeter. Marner to Matthews. He fakes the blast. He sends it out in front. It was deflected wide. Tavares deflected it wide and cleared out of the zone by the Bruins. A 1:10 left to go on the power play. 4-on-3 power play for the Maple Leafs. Matthews moves it in on side. Tavares drops it to the point for Riley. Marner fakes, waits. Matthews to Riley, mishandled it. Got it back to Matthews. In the circle to Riley. Riley to Matthews. Matthews across for Tavares. Or for Marner, my apologies. Marner waits. Marner looks. Marner fakes the blast. He shoots. Save. Rebound. Swayman still loose at a cover by Swayman. 18:52 left to go in the second. And 43 seconds left to go in the power play. Swayman makes his best save of the night.
Sounds like this inning is just as eventful.
Because Toronto's on the power play. They have 4 people out there and 3 people for the Boston Bruins. So they got more open ice to do some stuff and try to score.
Yeah.
Tavares just deflected it wide. It could have been a tying goal there for the Leafs. Could not. 18:52 left to go in the second period. It's 4-on-3 power play for the Bruins with 43 seconds left to go. 1-0 Bruins over the Leafs. Shots are even at 12. Matthews, and it's shot wide. Tavares waits. Tavares looking near the perimeter. Still out there is Matthews. Matthews shoots, save. Rebound was scattered to the corner, and Grzelcyk turns it over. Tavares trying to drop it back for Matthews. Marner waits. Marner across for Matthews. In front, save. Rebound on the backhand was saved by Swayman on Tavares. 18 seconds to go. Here come the Bruins shorthanded. Moving in shorthanded. Trying to make his way through was Coyle. And Matthews will move it up with 8 seconds to go on the power play. Trying to do something here. Looks like it's going to be over, though. It's cleared out of the zone. And this power play is still going a little bit. 7 seconds left to go, and the Bruins basically have it. This power play is basically over. And now it is officially over. And the Boston crowd rallying here. Killing off that penalty.
Yeah.
Stretch pass. Here comes Yarncroke. He moves in. A save by Swayman. Rebound by Nick Robertson, and a save by Swayman as well. Toronto has some energy here in the second.
These guys, they're like superhuman.
Icing on the Bruins. The stretch pass for Yarncroke. It's kind of on a breakaway, but a great save by Swayman, and the rebound from a tough angle was Robertson. And then Matthews' blast was scrambling there, and Tavares just couldn't put it home. And Coyle was trying to go shorthanded. He almost made his way through, but he could not. 17:35 left to go. The shots are 15-12, favoring the Leafs. Toronto's 0 for 1 on the power play. They got 3 shots on it, though. It's almost, I believe, all the teams in this game have not been able to convert on the power play. They've had 3 opportunities Boston with 2. Maple Leafs with 1, and they have not converted on the power play. Sent deep. Maple Leafs on the net, on the scramble in the corner. They're trying to fight for the puck. Liljegren trying to stretch it up, and here they send it in as the McAvoy will rim it around, and they'll try to move it out. The Bruins intercepted at center. McCabe got stripped of the puck, but then turned over again. Back to Grzelcyk, who'll send it in. Hits are 27-25, favoring the Leafs, and a save and a rebound. McAvoy looking. He's out of position. He couldn't center it out in front. Oh my goodness, the goalie was out of position, and McAvoy could have tried to do something there, but he could not. But the Leafs the other way. Kampf drops it. Dewar waiting. Dewar looking for an option. Dewar fan on the pass, and now Pasternak moves it up. Here come the Bruins the other way. Shot was deflected wide of the net. Geeky. And now Lauko trying to get to the puck, and it's cleared out of the zone. Stretch pass now. Lauko gets the puck now. Sends it deep into the Toronto zone. Frederick battling for it behind the net. Still battling for it. Comes free for Matthews. Sent it in from the blue line was the Maple Leafs. And now it is taken away by the Bruins. Frederick trying to get through. And puck battle in the corner. Won by the Leafs. Domi clears it out of the zone. Will it be icing? It won't. But taken over. Matthews off the post.
Ooh.
The goalie went out to challenge. He failed on it, and Matthews just hit the iron. And the Maple Leafs could have been this close to scoring to tie this game. And that's the first post, I believe, for the Leafs they've hit in this game. And the momentum has shifted here to the Leafs. Tavares to Nyes. Nyes in the corner. Nyes. And they're trying to keep it in. Tavares does. Tavares. Centered shot. And it went wide of the net. Tavares sends it back to the point where no one was there. And it's cleared back to center. Chances for Toronto is 5-0 favoring them. Boston really hasn't had any opportunities in this second period. Shattenkirk clears it out. And so here comes Maroon. Pat Maroon sends it deep into the corner. Coyle. And a turnover here. DeBrusk shoots. And he never got the shot off. I believe it was tangled up with a stick there. Coyle. Shot by Marchand was stopped, or was blocked. DeBrusk behind the net. Trying to center it. He shoots. Scores!
Yes!
Brendan Carlo makes it 2-0 Boston.
Wow. Finally, the score has changed again. And Boston, the Leafs still have nothing.
Matthews had hit the post. He could have tied the game there at 1. But now it is a 2-0 lead on Brendan Carlo's goal. And it's a 2-0 lead for the Boston Bruins here in Game 1. So a 2-0 lead for the Bruins on 13 shots on the net. And now taken away, stretch pass. Here comes Max Domi, moves it in on the right side. Max Domi sends it across, couldn't connect. And Liljegren has to reset it at center. Taken away. Matthews trying to use his backhand to send it in deep. Could not. He did instead. And Heinen trying to clear it. He does. DeBrusk, or Pasternak, my apologies. Pasternak sends it deep into the Toronto zone. So a 2-0 lead for the Bruins. Our first score change since the first. That came 2 minutes and 28 seconds, I believe, into the first period. Was the goal by Beecher. But now it's a 2-0 lead by Brendan Carlo's goal. And the crowd here at TD Garden has loved it. As the Bruins, almost halfway through this game, have a 2-0 lead. But they also say the 2-0 lead is a very dangerous lead. Turnover. Toronto trying to take advantage of it. Reeves. Backhand save. Rebound still loose. Netmouth scramble there, and they could not put it home. Camp sends it out in front and intercepted and cleared. Will it be icing? Not enough for icing, so they got to reset it. Benoit. And McCabe. Turnover. In front. Trying to get it was Geeky. And a cover by Samsonov with 12:49 left to go in the second. And a little bit of a pushing and shoving by Reeves. Carlo have made it 2-0. But some close chances here by the Leafs could get them within one. But they haven't been able to solve Jeremy Swayman, who has stopped, I believe, 17 shots on goal. We'll be back with more.
Welcome back to the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs on Max Hockett 19 Sports.
Back in Boston, 2-0 in favor of the Bruins. Brendan Carlo's goal, and it's 2-0. And Stan, what do you think so far? What do you think Toronto needs to do to get on the board? And what do you think the Bruins need to do to just keep on going with this train and just choo-choo out of here for game one?
Well, it seems like the Bruins know what they're doing. They don't have to change anything if they want to get on the board, but the Leafs, oh my gosh, they have to change everything. They have to what are they doing? Why are they not getting on the board? Are they not cooperating with each other? Are they not
They
able?
have 20 shots on goal, and Boston with 14, and they have a 2-0 lead.
My gosh, I guess they just
Haven't been able to solve the goaltender.
yeah. Maybe they just need to. I don't know if they can sneak any past that Boston goalie. It seems like that guy's an absolute legend. I don't know how they're going to get anything past him. They literally haven't.
14 shots for the Bruins, and they have a 2-goal lead over the Maple Leafs. Jeremy Swayman's been perfect. He saved 20 out of 20 shots that the Leafs have put on net.
The freaking legend. There's no way you're going to get it past him.
Off the face-off, Yarncroke won it. DeBrusk and Lindholm helped out on the goal by Brendan Carlo to make it 2-0. And it's cleared out of the zone by the Bruins. And a reset here by the Leafs. Morgan Riley clears it to the point, not out. Boston trying to get something here, but a turnover by Lyubushkin, and it's taken away. Stretch pass. And here come the Leafs back into the zone. Leafs just look like they are not ready for this game. Turnover. Here comes Geeky. Geeky's in. Drop pass. Couldn't connect for Frederick. Stretch pass. Here comes the Leafs. Holmberg. And now it is taken away. Stretch pass. Here come the Bruins. Pickpocketed, but now they get it back. Lauko moves it in. Lauko taking it to the house, trying to take it to the house, but it was poked away, and a nice hit there by the Leafs to take down Lauko. And some stick tangling by Carlo forces it back into the Leafs zone. DeBrusque sends it deep. 11:30 left to go in the second. It's 2-0 Boston over the Maple Leafs. Shots are 9-2 in the period, favoring the Leafs, but a goal by Boston on 2 shots in the period have made it a 2-0 lead. I mean, they've been able to throw shots on goal, but they just have not been able to do anything. And it's always been the first shot on goal. Boston scored on their first shot of the first, and now they've scored on their first shot of the second. They're getting heavily outshot here, but they have a 2-0 lead. And Toronto really needs to solve the goaltender if they want to get something past Jeremy Swayman. Here comes Toronto. Shot. Saved by Swayman. His 21st save of the game. And a little bit of a tangling up in the corner. 10:47 left to go in the second period here in Boston. What do you think the Leafs needs to do here?
I have no idea. Not a clue.
They need to
get lucky, I guess.
Get like, yep. You need to get lucky. You need luck in the playoffs. Off the face-off. It's won by the Bruins in their own zone. McAvoy almost halfway through the game. Unless we go into a bajillion overtimes, if the Maple Leafs somehow come back in this game, they need 2 goals to tie it. Right now, at the moment.
It doesn't seem like that's going to happen with the goalie.
Zaka dropped it. Here comes Grizzlick, who shoots and a save.
Exactly. What did I just say? It's safe.
Boston's 15th shot on goal and a save by Samsonov. But on an odd man rush by the Bruins, close chance there to make it a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, if that happens, the Leafs are done.
Toronto advanced to the second round for the first time since 2004, last year. If they want to do it again here against Boston and beat them since, I believe, 1950-something. I'll look at that again on my stat sheet, but I have the lineups right now on my stat sheet. They need to do better on passes and everything. Shot was blocked out in front. Comes free, not cleared out of the zone by the Bruins, but now taken away now by McCabe. McCabe just sends it deep into the zone. Off a Yarncroke's skate. 10:08 left to go in the second. Sent to the blue line of the Boston zone, Shattenkirk. And now it's Benoit who rims it around. Kept in by the Bruins. Chance out in front was blocked. And now a tussle in the corner, trying to fish the puck out free. Maroon behind the net, getting pressured, and now Kampf takes it away for the Leafs. Kampf through center, sends it in to the corner. Shattenkirk takes it away for the Bruins and clears it out of the zone. Here comes a rush here. Pasternak trying to handle the puck, turned over and cleared out of the zone by Liljegren. Stretch pass here for the Maple Leafs. Nyes looking for something. Nyes turned it over. Here comes Pasternak the other way, trying to work his way through. Pasternak! Oh, he got tripped up in the process, but no penalty. Marner trying to stretch it in front, but could not. Zaka takes it away now. Some little bit of an action here. Heinen moves it in. Heinen waits. Heinen looks, and it is cleared out of the zone. Grizzlick has the puck at center and sends it in deep for the Bruins. 8:50 left to go in the second. 2-0 Boston. Liljegren, stretch pass. Leafs shot by Matthews. It was stopped to the side of the net. Behind the net now, Carlo. Rims it around, not cleared. Turnover, shot was deflected wide into the corner. Labushkin trying to get the puck now. Trying to send it out in front was Domi, and it went off a skate in the body. DeBrusque clears it. Turned over. Marchand couldn't get the puck in time. 8:21 left to go. We have a whistle. We have a whistle. I believe it might have been played via high stick. We'll be back with more after this. 2-0 Boston.
Welcome back to the NHL Stanley Cup Playoffs on Max Hockett 19 Sports.
And we haven't changed locations. Welcome back to Boston. And I'm here joined by a stand. And 8:21 left to go in the second. And then we'll have another 20 minutes in the third. Maple Leafs basically have 28 minutes to work with if they want to level this game at 2. But the goaltending for the Bruins have been great so far. What do you think the Maple Leafs need to do here to try to solve the goaltender?
I just think I think they need a different goalie. Like the other team, that's all I can think of. I have no idea.
Grzelcyk takes it away. 7:50 left to go in the second period. Through center. Lauko, shot, saved by Samsonov with 7:45 left to go in the second. 21-17 the shots favoring the Maple Leafs, but they don't have a goal. And Boston with 2. Sheldon Keefe probably sending a message here. If they want to get back in this game, they really need to do something here and now. They need at least a goal to try to get some momentum, probably. 7:45 left to go in the second. Off the face-off shot, saved by Samsonov on Zacha. Two 2-0 Boston, still game 1 of the Eastern quarterfinals. Off the face-off. It's won here by the Boston Bruins. Grzelcyk shoots it wide of the net. Behind the net now, Tavares. Tavares getting pressure near the boards. Kept in, and then the Bruins take it away. Through center. Here come the Leafs. They'll send it in. Swayman played it, and the Bruins trying to move it up. Heinen gets pressured in the corner by Nyes, and then it was turned over and recovered here by the Bruins and then cleared out of the zone. Trying to reset it is McCabe, I believe, and Lindgren now will reset. Or Liljegren. At center with less than 7 to go in the second period. Liljegren looking for something. He sends it across. 39-32 the hits favoring the Toronto Maple Leafs. Grzelcyk now will try to clear it. Liljegren can't keep it in. Morgan Riley stretch pass. Here come the Leafs moving in. Maybe a chance here. Shot, and it went off the glove. Domi now resets it. Domi in the middle. Bertuzzi, a turnaround shot was stopped. And then now a penalty. They're calling something here. 6:22 to go, and another penalty on the Leafs. A high sticking. Will it be a 2 or 4 minute? That's the question. I believe it will be a 2 minute. And the Boston Bruins to their 3rd power play of the night. And Stan, I mean, you've had 2 power plays already. You're going to have your 3rd one here. It feels like you need to convert on this one. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
Austin Matthews to the box. He had 69 goals in the regular season. He has not had a goal in this series so far. It is game 1, though. So, I mean, you get it. Off the face-off, the Bruins won the face-off, or the Leafs won the face-off, and now Kampf trying to go shorthanded. He just instead sends it deep into the Boston zone. 10 seconds into the power play. 0 for 2 is the power play for Boston. Shattenkirk, and now here comes Zacha. Pavel Zacha dropped it for Shattenkirk, and it was a bouncing puck. And now Pasternak to Maroon. Maroon moves it in. Pat Maroon getting pressured. Edmondson trying to clear it out, and he does. 5:48 left to go in the second. In game 1 of the Stanley Cup playoffs, this Boston Leafs series. They've met each other 4 times in the past 11 years. This is the 4th time. 5:30 to go in the second. Another clearance by the Leafs. Have to reset it for Shattenkirk. And a drop pass. DeBrusk through center. Geeky, pressured, cleared, not to the line, not out. Geeky, trying to get the puck, is Geeky again. Geeky sends it back to the point. Marchand sends it across at the point now. McAvoy, and now some energy here. DeBrusk shoots, it scores!
Ooh.
3-0 Bruins on the power play. Jake DeBrusk makes it 3-0, and the Maple Leafs are dead in the water.
Yeah, they're done.
Nice wrister from the right circle, and it's 3-0. And with 4:58 to go in the third, it is a 3-0 lead for the Bruins. So a big lead here now for the Bruins. They have a 3-0 lead with less than 5 minutes to go in the second. Do you think the Leafs are done here in game 1?
Yeah, they're done.
Just straight up. Domi off the turnover, saved by Swayman. And with 4:40 to go, it is a 3-0 lead on 19 shots for the Bruins. DeBrusk is back on the ice again. 4:40 to go. Jake DeBrusk on the power play made it 3-0. We'll be back with more.
Welcome back to the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs on Max Hockett 19 Sports.
We're back in Boston. Like if we're gonna go to Toronto or something, we'll go to Toronto and when we do other games with the series. I believe we're gonna do Game 5 if necessary, Game 6 if it's necessary, and Game 7 if it's necessary. We have those planned if those are necessary. If the series doesn't go that far, which right now Boston looks like they're controlling the series, might be a sweep if Toronto doesn't step it up. They're missing Nylander as well. That's a big offensive player for the Leafs, and they've lost him as well. And he hasn't been injured since 2016. 4:40 to go. It's looking kind of bleak here for the Maple Leafs as a 3-0 lead for the Bruins in Game 1 of the Eastern Quarterfinals. Jake DeBrusk with a goal and an assist tonight. It is cleared out. The zone's off the faceoff by the Bruins. Liljegren onside. No, they say it was offside. 4:33 left to go in the second. 3-0 Bruins on top of the Maple Leafs here in Game 1. The face-off outside of the Bruins' blue line. It's won by Matthews, but won too cleanly. There's a penalty upcoming. Penalty upcoming. Will it be on the Leafs again? 4:23 left to go.
Another penalty for the Leafs. Can they do anything right this game?
Another penalty. Max Domi. This is gonna be the fourth power play for the Bruins, and they have a chance to make it a 4-0 lead.
This is why they're in such a big lead. Like, it seems like the Leafs are just completely incompetent in this game.
Max Domi with the slashing call that they found was a infraction. So a fourth Boston power play, and off the face-off, Pasternak. Shattenkirk near the blue line, shoots, save. Might have been blocked out in front. It's cleared out of the zone off the block. 1 for 3 on the power play is Boston. Shattenkirk moves his way. Pasternak through center. Through the blue line, he gets knocked down. They say no penalty. Maroon moves it to the corner. Zacha rims it around now. DeBrusk, and now turned over. Here come the Leafs shorthanded. Campbell just sent it deep from the red line. 1:20 to go in the Boston power play. Pasternak moves it through the blue line. Pasternak gets it back and a save. Maroon and Pasternak. 1:10 left to go. The centering pass couldn't connect. Pasternak gets it back and it's cleared out of the zone. Off a poke by one of the Maple Leafs. A minute left to go on the power play for the Bruins. 3:21 left to go in the second. Jake DeBrusk, the power play goal assisted by McAvoy and Brad Marchand. DeBrusk couldn't enter into the zone. 50 seconds left to go. It's rimmed around and is offside. 3:08 left to go here. The faceoff will come outside of the Toronto zone with 47 seconds to go in the Bruins power play and the Toronto penalty. .47 seconds to go on the Boston power play. 3:08 left to go in the second. We still got another period after this, but the Maple Leafs need a miracle if they want to get back in this game. And it's surely looking like that they might not be able to come back in this game. They might be able to get a goal, but maybe that will be it.
The only thing that could save them is if a bunch of angels came down from the sky and literally cheated to help them.
25 seconds left to go in the Boston power play. This one's kind of a throwaway, it seems like, between these Boston Bruins, because it feels like they're just letting this one go. As it hasn't been as dangerous as their other power plays, since they do have a 3-0 lead. It's sent back to the point now. McAvoy in front. DeBrusque denied it, and he scores! The Leafs are in trouble. The Boston Bruins are celebrating. It's 4-0.
Yeah. You know, that's actually the plot of a movie.
It was a great save by Samson, and it barely rolled back into the net, and now it is a 4-0 Bruins lead. 2 on the power play, and they have made it a 4-0 lead. And it's 4-0 with 2:26 left to go in the second. 21 shots. Jake DeBrusque with 3 points tonight. He gets, I believe, another goal, and it's 4-0. My apologies, not 3-0. It's 4-0, and the Maple Leafs are dead in the water right now.
Yeah, you know that's an actual movie that
Really?
I mentioned. Yeah, angels coming from the sky to help a team.
Really, Lilligren.
Yeah.
Sends it across for
just-
Matthews in front. What a save!
What
by
a save!
Swayman.
But it's about a baseball team instead of a hockey team.
That shot was sent out of play with 1:56 left to go, and Matthews, with another chance, has not been able to put one behind the net. None of the Leafs have been able to put one behind the net. And the Boston Bruins with 4 on 21 shots. 0 goals for the Toronto Maple Leafs on 25 shots.
I don't think we're going to have to worry about this game going overtime.
I don't think so. Unless the Maple Leafs pull a miraculous comeback, I don't see it happening.
Yeah, unless we get an adaptation of that movie
Here tonight.
for hockey.
Here tonight and live. 1:56 left to go. Jake DeBrusque with his second goal of the game, and he's on hat-trick watch. Geeky. And now a penalty, another one. Will it be against the Toronto Maple Leafs? We won't know. And then a little bit of a scrum right afterwards. Marchand talking some trash to Domi, and I believe Domi's going to the box. No, hold up. They're talking some trash right now. They want to go at it. There hasn't been a fight in the game. I'm surprised. And Marchand, I believe, is going to go to the box, and I believe we're going to have a Leafs power play. No, we won't. Never mind. They had their hand up. There has to be a penalty on something. So, out. Yep, it is on Marchand. There is a power play for the Leafs.
Really? Let's see if they can finally
Marchand's
get it.
arguing about it, though. He might get more time, but they're saying it's 2 minutes, and they're gonna. I don't know what they're doing. What are they doing? They're taking forever. They're gonna put Coyle into the box instead. So either way, we're gonna get a Toronto power play with 1:54 to go. And Toronto, if they score here, they're within 3. They need 3 goals in the third to try to come back and tie the game. Tomorrow, Game 1, Tampa Bay, Florida. Capitals, Rangers. Avs and Jets, and the Preds and the Canucks, all on ESPN. And ESPN2 and all those stuff. But that'll be tomorrow on Sunday. All those. Interference on Charlie Coyle. 1:40 left to go. Power play for the Leafs. They're second of the night. They're 0 for 1. They have 3 shots on their power plays. It's in the corner for Marner. Turned over. And it's cleared out of the zone on the Maple Leafs' own will. 1:25 left to go in the second period. 4-0 Bruins. Matthews couldn't stretch past it for Marner. Yarncroke has to reset it. This power play is looking terrible for the Leafs. And this has just been terrible for the Maple Leafs. They've had traumatic events here in this building, and it's looking like it's happening again here in Game 1. Kept in at the blue line, Yarncroke, Marner. They said they didn't keep it in. Some of the fans are arguing about it. Marner will wait. Back to Marner at the point. 51 seconds to go in the period. Riley to Marner. Marner waits. Marner looking. Marner in the circle. To Riley. He shoots. It was blocked out in front and cleared out of the zone by Boston. 40 seconds to go in the power play for Toronto. 30 seconds to go in the period. They'll have like 5 seconds, I believe, of power play time when they come back to play the extra third period. They'll have like 7 seconds. Turned over. 2-on-2 shorthanded. Here come the Bruins. Zacha with 13 seconds to go. DeBrusk trying to take it home. DeBrusk and a save. 8 seconds to go. Still shorthanded. They just try to send it deep. And the Bruins with a 4-0 lead after 40 minutes of play.
Whoa.
A third period will have to be a comeback for the Leafs, or else this game is over, and the Bruins will have a 1-0 series lead in the series.
Wow.
So we'll be back with more on our intermission report. We'll be back.
Welcome back to the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs on Max Hockett 19 Sports.
We're back in Boston. It is a 4-0 lead for the Bruins, and it's gone downhill for the Maple Leafs. So we're going to hear someone's thought about the game. Never mind. We'll just know my thought about the game. 4-0 Boston. Power play still for the Leafs with 7 seconds to go on it. And then Coyle will leave the penalty box. Third period has started. Power play still for the Leafs, and it's over, just like that. Sent in to the Boston zone. Liljegren off the turnover. Send it out in front, and a save. And it's cleared. Less than 20 minutes to go in Game 1. Hits favoring Toronto 41-34. It's been a high-hitting game. And here comes Tavares behind the fence. Tavares shoots it, saved by Swayman. Swayman has stopped 25 shots. DeBrusk sends it in the corner, behind the net, and Toronto's trying to look to break it out. Off a body, I believe Morgan Riley, and Peak will stretch pass it. Sent deep into the Toronto zone. Samsonov out to play it. Samsonov has let in 4 goals on 21 shots. And Toronto's looking like they're going to drop this first game of the series. And it'll be a 1-0 series lead for the Bruins. Domi sends it back. Domi, that could be too many men if they call that. They did not. And here come the Bruins on the odd man. That was broken up on the back check. Kampf. And now it's sent deep into the Boston zone. Turnover. Reeves to Kampf. Kampf waiting. Kampf trying to center it out in front behind the net on his backhand. Benoit shoots. Blocked. Reeves trying to get it. They score! David Kampf makes it 4-1. Toronto is on the board in Game 1. There is still some life in these Toronto Maple Leafs, and Maple Leaf Square is probably going crazy right now. Semi-crazy, because it's not been good for these Bruins, or for these Leafs. My apologies. And it is now a 4-1 game. David Kampf's goal makes it a 4-1 game, and the crowd in Maple Leaf Square is celebrating as they got 18 minutes to do it. Can they pull off what Boston did to them back in 2013? It's a bigger deficit, though. They need a goal here to try to make it a game again. Liljegren. They finally beat Swayman. Shot went off the outside of the net, and Toronto has possession. Toronto. Nick Robertson. Robertson trying to send it back to the point. Gets knocked down on the... like a cross-check, but they don't call it. Robertson keeps it in. Rimmed it around now as DeBrusk takes the puck. DeBrusk on a hat-trick watch, turned over to Robertson. Robertson shoots, save, rebound still loose, and it's saved, and it's cleared to the corner. Riley back to Marner at the point. Marner shoots it. It's blocked out in front. Rebound was stopped as well. Scrambling for the puck, and it's taken away. Lauko moves it up. And will that be icing? Yes, it will on the Bruins. 17-16 left to go. David Kampf's first of the playoffs. The first playoff goal of the Toronto Maple Leafs in this game, and of the playoffs, has made it a 4-1 game. But the Leafs still need 3 in 17 minutes and 16 seconds to even try to force overtime. And overtime is still a long way away. Off the face-off. Got tripped, that was Matthews. They don't call it. Matthews gets it in the corner off a turnover by the Bruins. Tangled up was one of the Leafs and the Bruins. Benoit keeps it in. Matthews has the puck. Matthews rims it around now. 17 minutes left to go in the third period. Tavares trying to center it. It's sent across for Benoit. Benoit shoots from the point. Was shot wide of the net. Marner and the Leafs have pressure here. Tavares for the first time in the game. Shot off the post. And the Leafs were this close to a 2-goal game. And the Leafs have brought out a new energy here in the third period. Will it be enough, though? 4 minutes and 30 seconds have passed. Or 3 minutes and 30 seconds have passed here in the third period. Sent in from center. The Bruins looking to shut this game down, but the Leafs trying to come back. Wouldn't it be a crazy comeback if they do pull it off? In the corner. Fighting for it. Kampf's on the ice. The only goal for the Leafs. Shot was wide of the net. And Kampf didn't know where the puck was. It's kept in by the Leafs again. Kampf trying to send it out in front. Taken away by Coyle. Coyle, probably the first possession here by the Bruins in all of this third period. 29-21, the shots favoring the Leafs. And they finally have beaten Swayman. Bouncing puck maybe went off the referee. And Samsonov controls it. No icing. Domi beat it. And now behind the net. The Leafs looking to make it a 4-2 game. Bertuzzi shoots. And it went wide of the net. Lyubushkin. And it is reset here by the Leafs. Almost 5 minutes have passed here in the third. The Leafs have gone on the board and they've hit the post. Bertuzzi lost the puck. Riley rims it around. Domi in the corner. Domi looking for an option. Sends it to Lyubushkin. Lyubushkin waits. From the point, he shoots wide of the net. Still at the side of the net now. Centered out in front. It was fanned on and not kept in by Lyubushkin. 5 minutes into this third period, and the Leafs have some new energy here. Turned over at the blue line. Zaka just sends it in. Lyubushkin out to get the puck again. 4-1. Boston leads. Stretch pass. Moving in Toronto. And it's taken right easily like that. Pasternak. And they will take the puck again. Toronto. 14:30 left to go. Benoit moves it up. Holmberg in front. Couldn't get the deflection out in front. Frederick clears it out of the zone. Regathered here by the Leafs. Nice hit in the corner. Fans love it. Stolen away, Geekie. Geekie sends it back to the point now. The shot deflected wide of the net. Lauko sends it back to the point now. McAvoy across. In front. Backhand save. Rims it around now. Back at the point. Near the boards now, McAvoy. Geekie will rim it around again. At the point. McAvoy sends it across ice for the shot. Was blocked. Pressure here by the Bruins. Lauko in the corner trying to fish it free. Geekie. Lauko rims it around again. Got taken down in the process. McAvoy at the point. McAvoy. It's a delayed penalty upcoming on Toronto. DeBrusque. Couldn't send it out in front. Delayed call on the Leafs. Marchand with 13 minutes to go. Off a stick, and that will be touched up. And a penalty upcoming on Toronto. With 13:04 to go, they're going to take another penalty. They're going to be back on the penalty kill. They've gone on the board, but it could be a 5-0 lead or 5-1 lead for the Bruins if they score on this power play. We'll be back.
Welcome back to the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs on Max Hockett 19 Sports.
Back in Boston, it's a 4-1 lead, and they have a chance to make it a 5-1 lead if they can. DeBrusk is on a hat-trick watch. We're looking if he does get a hat-trick here in Game 1 of this best-of-7 series, which Boston has been dominating this whole Game 1. DeBrusk with 2 goals. He's out there on the ice. Off the face-off, Marchand couldn't get it to anyone, and now a shorthanded chance here for the Toronto Maple Leafs moving in. Onside. Shot was blocked from the blue line. And now taken away by Geeky. Or by Carlo. Carlo sends it back to the point, deflected, and out of the zone. Or by Coyle, my apologies. Coyle. 12:35 left to go in the third. DeBrusk drops it. He's on a hat-trick watch, DeBrusk. And it is sent in. DeBrusk gets it behind the net. DeBrusk trying to send it out in front. Edmondson. And now here come the Maple Leafs shorthanded. Holmberg angled off the puck. Marchand, with a minute and 10 left to go in the power play, moves it up for the Leafs. Or for the Bruins. His favorite team was the Leafs when he was growing up. Shot was blocked. And Morgan Riley looking to clear it. Holmberg now. They're trying to go shorthanded, I guess. Riley is in. He shoots. Saved by Swayman. They're going to get an offensive face. No, they won't. Oh, he played it. Swayman just said, continue on, folks. 29 shots for the Leafs, and they only have 1 goal. Boston with 4 on 22. Pasternak's into the zone with some speed. Pasternak uses his backhand to send it back to Heinen near the boards. Taken away by Maroon and rimmed around now. 25 to go on the power play. Zacha shoots. Saved by Samsonov. And will they look to clear it? They can't. And now it's poked away. Here come the Leafs short-handed. They'll send it in from center. 9 seconds to go in the power play for Boston. Looking to be another failed power play. And it will. Expires here. 11:03 to go. Third period. Taken down in the corner. Toronto's lost their composure, but they still have a 3-goal deficit that they could try to come back. Kampf off the boards. Kampf again. They killed off the penalty to Toronto. Maybe they got some momentum after that. Domi got knocked down. Rimmed around now, Kampf. Behind the net now, Matthews. Matthews trying to get something going. It's sent back to the point now. Riley sends it across ice. Broken up. Frederick can't clear it. And here come the Bruins the other way. Moving in. Couldn't get anything on that. 10:18 left to go in the third. Set deep, no icing. Not played by Swayman. It was covered by Swayman. 10:08 left to go in the third period. Shots are 31-23, favoring the Maple Leafs, but it is 4-1. And we did I did some research before we came back on the air. The Boston Bruins, when they play Game 1 here at home, are 3-1. And since 2013, they won games like this. Maple Leafs won 4-1 here in Boston in Game 1 back in 2019, their last meeting before this. Off the face-off is one here by Toronto. The shot was wide of the net. We've approached the halfway point of the third period. Maple Leafs need to do something here or never. DeBrusk is on the ice. Could be a hat trick. Tavares couldn't handle the puck there nicely. And it is now taken away. Here comes DeBrusk. And he lost the puck on the poke check. Tavares lost the puck. Now McAvoy, my apologies. McAvoy. Here comes Tavares. Coyle. Now McAvoy will send it in. Here come the Leafs behind the defense. Robertson waits, holds up. He waits for reinforcements. Shot and a save. 9:13 left to go. Someone got knocked down in front. "4-1 Bruins." Will be back.
Welcome back to the NHL Stanley Cup Playoffs on Max Hockett 19 Sports.
We're back in Boston. 9:13 left to go in the third. It is a 4-1 lead right now for the Boston Bruins here at TD Garden. Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Playoffs, the Eastern quarterfinals, and the Toronto fans at the Maple Leaf Square are not having a good time. Not a good time right now for the Maple Leafs faithful. Some are here in the building, and they are probably not having a good time. 9:13 left to go. It's a 4-1 game. Can the Leafs pull off a comeback? It is a lot to ask in the 9 minutes and 13 seconds left to go in the game. 32-23, the shots favoring the Leafs, but they only have one goal, as Swayman has made 31 saves out of 32. Off the face-off, Riley mishandled it, got it back. Leafs, just not an effort here. Sent deep. Coyle gets to the puck. Coyle behind the net. Rimmed around now. And it is taken away. Here comes Brad Marchand, trying to get to the defense. Riley got a little bit held there. Matthews moves it up. 8:30 left to go in the third period. It's a 4-1 Boston lead. And it's not really much here. $8:20 left to go in the third. Sent deep into the Boston zone. Leafs keep it in. McCabe shoots wide of the net on the backhand from the point. David Kapp turnaround shot was blocked. Out in front. And it's cleared out of the zone. Here comes Pasternak, racing for the puck. Pasternak waiting, looking for reinforcements. Sends it behind the net now. And now it's turned over in the corner. Dewar. And with 7:40 left to go in the third, here come the Maple Leafs. They need something to get back in this game. Icing on the Maple Leafs. With 7:35 left to go. This has not been their night. Swayman has had a .918 save percentage, but Olmark with a .927 save percentage, but Swayman has 7 shutouts and 4 shutouts for Linus Olmark all time with the Bruins. 7:35 left to go in the third. Boston faithful loving it. TD Garden. Off the face-off. And now it's moved up by Benoit. Benoit will send it in. No icing. Less than 8 to go. Taken away by the Bruins. Sent into the Toronto zone. Holmberg trying to move it up through center. Holmberg moves it in. Shot was blocked on the way there. Pushing and shoving a little bit. Aplenty here in the Boston zone. McAvoy moves it up. Icing on the Bruins. Oh, no. They say no icing. They waved it off. Stretch pass. Here come the Leafs. 6:44 left to go in the third. Domi's trying to center it out in front for Bertuzzi, and he could not. Domi again. Domi sends it back to the point now. Riley shoots. It's still loose, and saved by Swayman. 6:33 left to go, and the Leafs had a close opportunity right there. But the Bruins have done a great job. It was still loose. No one could get the rebound as they were all tangled up in front. Bertuzzi was tangled up by Carlo. 6:33 left to go in the third, and it's a 4-1 game. Boston leading. Off the face-off. Domi. And it's fought for. Comes free. DeBrusk is on the ice. DeBrusk racing for the puck. Here comes DeBrusk with a potential hat trick on the line. Marchand, fan of the shot. And here comes Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi can't make his way through. And it's kept in by Matthews. Matthews waits. Centers it for Bertuzzi. Lost the handle. Turnaround shot. And 6 minutes left to go in the third. Matthews has the puck again. Matthews sends it back to the point. Sends it across. Rimmed around now, Matthews. Behind the net now, Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi in a miscommunication and cleared out of the zone. 5:50 to go in the third. Boston loving it. Toronto hating it. Game 1 looking like it's going to go to the Boston Bruins. Sent in. 5:35 left to go. It is cleared out of the zone. Benoit, and now McCabe. Cabe. Pasternak. Taken away. Kept in by Marner, but played via high stick. 5:11 left to go. And it's the third period where it's a 4-1 lead for the Boston Bruins. Beecher got it started, then Carlo, and now 2 from DeBrusk. He's on a hat trick watch. Can he do it? We'll see in the next 5:11.
Welcome back to the NHL Stanley Cup Playoffs on Max Hockett 19 Sports.
4-1 Bruins over the Toronto Maple Leafs in the first game of this best-of-7 Eastern quarterfinal. With 5:11 left to go in the third. Toronto has scored here in the third period. That's been the only scoring change here in this game. In this third period. 4-1. Toronto is trailing by 3. And not looking good. 5:11 left to go off the face-off. Won by Riley. And it's sent in. No icing. It was deflected on the way there. 5 minutes left to go in the third period of game 1. Deflected on the way there. Was blocked on the way there as well. Dewar gets it near the boards. Becomes a question of Keefe. Sheldon Keefe pulls a goaltender or not, or just keeps the goaltender in. That is deflected out of play. Ty Domi has the third most all-time penalty minutes. And Louis DeBrusque with 1,161. Domi with 3,515 penalty minutes. And a penalty upcoming. And it will go against the Bruins. And a power play for the Leafs. Carlo to the box. A delay a game. So a late power play for the Maple Leafs to try to get within 2 with less than 5 minutes to go in the third. Their third power play opportunity, they're 0 for 2. Brendan Carlo for a delay of game. Comes a question if Sheldon Keefe wants to pull the goaltender if they want to get the extra attacker. Try to make a potential comeback. Riley, 1:50 left to go. In this power play, it's cleared out of the zone. Lazy. That's all I could say about this. Lazy play by the Maple Leafs, and it shows here. This power play is probably one of the most atrocious. They're out of it. Marchand, shorthanded. The captain of the Bruins will just send it deep. Terrible from the start, and terrible to the end is what the Leafs have been in this whole game 1. Tavares. 4:07 to go. It's cleared out again. Play by Samsonov. Samsonov just stick handling, I guess, and he... I don't know what's happening anymore. This is... It surprises me, but it should not be surprising to anyone else, because Boston has Toronto's number in TD Garden. Kept in. Off a skate. It's cleared out of the zone. Matthews will reset it. 3:38 left to go. And I'd be Sheldon Keefe. I would not pull my goaltender because no one could get possession on this power play. 45 seconds left to go. It's turned over in the corner. Tavares turns it over. Riley gets it back, though. Tavares near the perimeter. Tavares trying to send it out in front. Went off a skate. Kept in by Riley. Riley sends it across. Pulled goaltender for the Leafs. They got an empty net at the other end. Shot was blocked on the way there. Still power play with 25 seconds to go. Broken up. It is cleared out of the zone, but reset here by the Leafs. 3:07 left to go. An empty net at the other end. There's no power. There's still a power play going on. Empty net for the Leafs with 10 seconds left to go on their power play. Still a power play going on here. 2:50 left to go in the third. It's sent across. Holmberg. Back to the point. Shot save. Rebound still loose, and it's cleared. To the empty net. Wide, and that will be icing with 2. No, it won't. It won't be icing as Marchand beat the icing on McCabe. Oh, I thought that was icing for sure. And it's an empty net still for the Leafs. Nick Robertson sends it in from center. I believe this is one of his first playoff games. Yes, this is, I believe it is his first playoff game in the NHL. Turned over at center. 2:10 left to go. Pasternak to the empty net. And Frederick scores. It is now a 5-1 lead, and the Toronto Maple Leafs are dead in the water to start this series. outworked, outplayed, and it shows here. 5-1, Trent Frederick with the goal, and it's a 5-1 lead, and the Boston Bruins will take game 1 here at TD Garden. So with 2 minutes left to go, they get the empty net. They had an empty net, and they get the empty netter, and it's now a 5-1 Bruins lead. 1 minute and 55 left to go here at TD Garden. And the Bruins will take game 1 here of this best of 7. It's a battle in the Bruins zone. Trent Frederick was first of the playoffs, assisted by David Pasternak. Camp to McCabe, or Dewar, my apologies. Dewar shoots, save, and they were trying to blow a whistle there, and they did not. 90 seconds left to go in the third. Sent in. Shot through 35-24. People heading to the exits. Mostly Toronto fans. Camp will just reset it. Crowd loving it. 1 minute and 10 left to go in the third. Toronto trailing 5-1. That pass couldn't connect at center. 1 minute left to go in the third period here in Boston. In game 1, kept in. Liljegren shoots and wide. Crowd loving it. Trying to get pumped up for the last 50 seconds here in game 1. A 5-1 dominating win for the Boston Bruins. They have dominated since the beginning of this game and all the way to the end. They have proven themselves really good in these Stanley Cup playoffs. 30 seconds to go in the third. Sent in from center. 25 seconds to go. Edmondson trying to move it up for Tavares. Tavares sends it in from center. 20 seconds to go. Crowd is cheering. 15 to go. Turned over. Domi shoots. It was blocked. 11 seconds. Domi again in the save. Cleared out of the zone. Will that be icing? No, it won't. The Boston Bruins will take game 1. Oh, they will say it was icing. Well, 4.1 to go. They let the icing happen. Tomorrow, Tampa versus Florida. Capitals, Rangers, Avs, Jets, and the Predators and the Canucks on ESPN and on ESPN2. 4.1 left to go in game 1 here in Boston. Offensive face-off for the Leafs. Off the face-off. The shot was blocked on the way there. The Leafs lose. Boston wins. The Boston Bruins win it 5-1. DeBrusque with 2 goals. Carlo with a goal. Frederick with a goal. And Beecher with a goal. 5-1. Boston wins, the only goal for Toronto coming from David Kamp's stick. And the only one they put against. 8th consecutive win versus the Maple Leafs for the Boston Bruins, regular and postseason. And the Maple Leafs have to find an answer in game number 2 here at TD Garden. They're going to have to try to figure this out. But Boston tonight will win game 1. They lead the series 1-0. Boston leads this best of 7, 1-0. And the goalie hug between Swayman and Olmark happens again. They lead the series 1-0 here in the Eastern quarterfinals. Boston wins it 5-1, and they lead the series 1-0. Thank you for watching. First playoff game, many more to come. We'll see you next time.